Hi friends, are you ready to master the topic of linear inequations? Then this video is for you, in which we will be looking at some key concepts of linear inequations and solving important questions on this topic. I am going to share with you the tips and tricks on how to solve the sums, and if you find this video useful, do hit the like button and share it out with your friends. The next chapter that we are seeing is linear inequations. So there are certain properties which should be kept in mind before solving the exercise, that is before solving the sums of linear inequation. We need to be thorough with the four properties that I have mentioned here. So the first property is adding the same number or expression to each side of an equation does not change the inequality. That means if you are adding the same positive number towards the left side as well as towards the right side, the inequality sign is not going to change. Similarly, your second property, if you are subtracting the same number or expression to each side of an inequation, that is also not going to change the inequality sign. If you are multiplying and dividing each side of an inequation by the same positive number, that also does not change the inequality. Lastly, the only change is if you are multiplying and dividing each side of the inequation by a negative number, the inequality sign is going to reverse. That means, to sum it up, we can say that if you are adding, subtracting, multiplying or dividing each side of the inequation by a positive number, the inequality sign is not going to change. But if you are multiplying or dividing the inequality with a negative number on each side, then the sign of inequality is going to reverse. If we consider the first sum, we have been provided with an inequation 2x minus 7 less than 4, and the value of x, they have said it belongs to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So we are supposed to solve this inequation and represent the solution set that we get on a number line. So let us start solving this. So firstly, we can say, I can write this as 2x minus 7 less than 4. Then the next step that I can do is, I want the value of x. So whatever is the terms related to the x, we need to change, or we need to take those elements or take those numbers to the other side. So now here, if I want to remove this minus 7, I will have to add plus 7. So I can write it as 2x less than 4 plus 7. How did I get this? Adding 7 on both sides. So if I add 7 on both sides, minus 7 plus 7 is going to become 0, and towards the right side it is going to become 4 plus 7. So here again what I get is 2x less than 11. Now I want the value of x, so I need to remove this 2. So I'll have to divide by 2. So if I divide by 2, it is going to become x is less than 11 by 2. What I have done here is dividing by 2 on both sides. So the value of x that I get here is x is less than 11 by 2. So 11 by 2, if I convert it into decimal, then it is going to become what? 5.5. So here in this case, my solution set will be, now value of x is turning out to be less than 5.5, and the numbers that I have is 1 to 7. So the numbers in my solution set will be 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. The solution set that I have got in this case is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So let us plot that on a number line. So here I have drawn a number line representing only the positive numbers, as my solution set is containing only positive numbers. So we just need to plot these numbers on the number line. So the numbers that are a part of my solution set is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So I'll just draw some dark circles over the number line. This will represent my the solution set on a number line. Let us solve the next sum. That is 3x minus 5 upon 6 is greater than 1 upon 2 and x belongs to 0 to 6. So the first step that I need to do is I'll have to remove this 6. I have to remove this 6 which is in the denominator. So in order to remove my 6, I'll have to multiply both sides by 6. So it will become 1 upon 2 multiplied by 6. Here on the left side, if I multiply by 6, the 6 in the denominator and the 6 in the numerator gets cancelled out. So the only thing that remains is 3x minus 5. It is 1 by 2 multiplied by 6. So what I have done here, multiply on both sides. Now since I have multiplied by a positive integer, the inequality sign is not changing. So here if I simplify this step, what I get is greater than 3. My next task is to remove this minus 5. If I have to remove this minus 5 or negative 5, I will have to add 5 on both sides. I'll have to add a positive 5 on both sides. So if I add a positive 5 on both sides, what I get is 3 plus 5. So here what I have done, adding 5 on both sides. Since again I am adding a positive integer, the inequality sign is not going to change. Now, so after this step, it becomes 3x is greater than 8. Now if I have to remove this 3, I have to divide by 3 on both sides. I have to divide by 3 on both sides. So the value of x that I get here is x is greater than 8 upon 3. X is greater than 8 upon 3. And since we have divided by a positive integer, the inequality sign has not changed. Now this 8 by 3 can be represented as 2 integer 2 upon 3. That means the value is greater than 2. The value is greater than 2. So my solution set will be 3, 4, 5 and 6. 3, 4, 5 and 6. Now we have to represent this on a number line. So the solution set is to be represented on a number line. The solution set is 3, 4, 5 and 6. So we will only dark those numbers, that is 3, 4, 5 and 6. Let us try solving the next sum. So the next sum is given to be 7x minus 4 into bracket 3 minus x is greater than or equal to 3 into bracket 2x minus 5. So let us simplify these terms first. So it will be 7x minus, if I multiply by 4, it is going to be minus 12 plus 4x greater than or equal to 6x minus 15. Now if I simplify the left side term, it is going to be 11x minus 12 greater than or equal to 6x minus 15. Now if I want to remove this 6x, I will have to subtract 6x from both the sides. I will have to subtract 6x from both the sides. So here in this case it will be 11x minus 12 minus 6x greater than or equal to minus 15. Subtracting 6x. Now since we are subtracting a negative number, a positive number, the inequality sign is not going to change. The inequality sign is not going to change. So here in this case 11x minus 6x, what I'll get is 5x minus 12 is greater than or equal to minus 15. Now if I want to remove this minus 12, I will have to add plus 12 to both the sides. So it is going to become 5x greater than or equal to minus 15 plus 12 adding 12 on both sides. Here also it should be subtracting 6x from both sides. So now this turns out to be 5x greater than or equal to minus 3. Now if I want to remove the 5, I will have to divide the equation by positive 5. So it will turn out to be x greater than or equal to minus 3 by 5. So what I have done here is dividing by 5 on both sides. Since I am dividing by a positive number, the inequality sign is not going to change. Therefore, the solution set in this case will be 0, 1, 2 and 3. This solution set, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, can be represented on a number line as this will be my final answer. The next sum is 4 minus 3x greater than or equal to 3x minus 14. So here now let us first try to remove this 3x. So if I want to remove this positive 3x, I will have to subtract minus 3x. So here it is going to become 4 minus 3x minus 3x greater than or equal to, this 3x minus 3x will become 0. So what I'll remain is minus 14. Subtracting 3x from both sides. Here we have subtracted 3x from both sides. So what is remaining here is 4 minus 6x greater than or equal to minus 14. As we have subtracted with a positive integer, the inequality sign is not changing. Now the next task is to remove this 4. So I'll have to subtract 4 again. So it is going to become minus 6x greater than or equal to minus 14 minus 4. Subtracting 4 from both sides. So this turns out to be minus 6x greater than or equal to minus 18. Now if I want to remove this minus 6, I will have to divide by minus 6. Minus 6x divided by minus 6. Now if I am dividing by a negative integer, the inequality sign reverses. So it is going to become minus 18 by minus 6. Dividing by minus 6 on both sides. Here since I have divided it by a negative number, the inequality is reversing. So it is going to become x less than or equal to 3. So my solution set is going to be, now since it was said that it is belonging to natural numbers, x is belonging to natural numbers, so here in this case my solution set will be 1, 2 and 3. Why is 3 included? 3 is included because x is less than or equal to 3. These can be represented on the number line as 1, 2 and 3. Let us consider the next example. 3x upon 5 minus 2x minus 1 upon 3 greater than 1, and the value of x belongs to integers. I stands for integer. So towards the left hand side I have been given two fractions. So if I consider the denominator 5 and 3, the LCM of this turns out to be 15. So in the first step what I'll do is I'll multiply by the LCM on both the sides. If if you are multiplying by a positive number on both the sides, the inequality sign is not going to change. So after simplifying this, what I'll be getting is 9x minus 5 into bracket 2x minus 1 greater than 15. Let us simplify this further. 9x minus 10x plus 5 greater than 15. So this will give me minus x plus 5 greater than 15. Minus x plus 5 greater than 15. Now if I want to remove this plus 5, I will have to subtract 5 from this equation. So this will turn out to be minus x greater than 15 minus 5. As I am subtracting 5 on both sides, the inequality sign is not going to change. The inequality sign is not going to change. So this gives me minus x greater than 10. Now if I want to remove this minus sign, I'll have to multiply by minus 1. So after multiplying it by minus 1, the inequality sign will change as we are multiplying by a negative number. So the inequality sign is changing. Multiplying by minus 1 on both sides. So what I get is x is less than minus 10. If you are multiplying it by minus sign on both the sides, here it is positive 10. So here what I'll get is minus 10. Therefore, the solution set is going to be minus 11, minus 12, minus 13 and so on. It will go on to infinite. So if you are plotting this solution set on a graph, on a number line, it will start from minus 11, minus 12, minus 13 and it is going to go indefinitely towards my left. So what I'll do is I'll draw an arrow. Now this arrow indicates that the number starts from minus 11 and it goes indefinitely towards the negative integers. This will complete the sum. In the next sum, it is given that 5x minus 8 upon 3 is greater than 4x minus 7 upon 2, and where x is belonging to R stands for rational numbers. So now here what I will consider is I will first cross multiply. So after cross multiplying, I will get is 2 into bracket 5x minus 8 greater than, it is greater than or equal to, so greater than or equal to 3 into 4x minus 7. 3 into 4x minus 7. So now this gives me 10x minus 16 greater than or equal to 12x minus 21. 12x minus 21. So now if I want to remove this 10x, what I'll have to do, I'll have to subtract 10x from both the sides. So, or if I want to remove this 12x, what I'll have to do is I'll have to subtract 12x from both the sides. So let us eliminate one of the two. So I'll be trying to eliminate 12x. So I'll have to minus 12x from both the sides, greater than or equal to 12x minus 21 minus 12x. So the reason is subtract 12x on both sides. So here what I get is minus 2x minus 16 greater than or equal to minus 21. Now my next step is to remove this minus 16. So I'll have to add 16. So which will give me minus 2x minus 16 plus 16 greater than or equal to minus 21 plus 16. Adding 16 on both sides. So this gives me minus 2x greater than or equal to minus 5. If I want to remove this minus 2, what I'll have to do is I'll have to divide by minus 2. Now since I am dividing by minus 2, my inequality sign is going to change. So minus 2x upon minus 2 will change the inequality as we are dividing by a negative number. Minus 5 upon minus 2, dividing by minus 2 on both sides. So this gives me x less than or equal to 5 upon 2. X less than or equal to, let us plot the value now. 5 upon 2. Now 5 upon 2 will give me a value of 2.5. So I can say that x will be less than 2.5. So it will be coming in between 2 and 3. The value of x will be between 2 and 3. So I'll be getting it from here. 5 upon 2 will be somewhere here between 2 and 3. And the value of x is less than 5 upon 2. So that will go towards the left side of the number line. That number will go on extending towards the left side of my number line. So it will be in this direction. It will go indefinitely towards the left. It will go indefinitely towards the left. In the next example, 2 less than or equal to 2x minus 3 less than or equal to 5, and x is belonging to rational numbers here again. So we'll have to divide this sum into two parts. So let me consider first part. 2 less than or equal to 2x minus 3. Now first I'll have to remove this 3. So in order to remove 3 I have to add 3. So on adding 3 to both sides, what I get is 5 less than or equal to 2x. Adding 3 on both sides. Adding 3 on both sides. Now I have to remove this 2, so I'll have to divide by 2. So it gives me 5 upon 2 less than or equal to x, dividing by 2 on both sides. Now 5 upon 2 less than or equal to x, I can write that as x greater than or equal to 5 upon 2. This does not change the meaning. Okay, now this I'll say as equation 1. Now we'll consider the second part. 2x minus 3 less than or equal to 5. So to remove this 3 I'll have to add 3 on both the sides. So this gives me 2x less than or equal to 8. Adding 3 on both sides. So now to remove this 2, divide by 2. So x less than or equal to 4. Dividing by 2 on both sides. So this is, I'll say, equation 2. So from 1 and 2, if I combine both again, what I can write is, if I combine both, that is equation 1 and equation 2, what I can write is 5 upon 2 is less than or equal to x, and value of x is less than or equal to 4. So solution set can be written as x such that 5 upon 2 is less than or equal to x, and it is less than or equal to 4, where your r is, x is belonging to r, rational numbers. In this case the value of x will be between 5 upon 2 and 4. So it will be between 5 upon 2. 5 upon 2 will be 2.5 and it will be on 4. So this is my graph for the equation. For the next sum, minus 2 less than equal to 1 upon 2 minus 2x upon 3 less than 1 5 upon 6. Again here we'll have to divide the sum into two parts. So let me consider the first part. Minus 2 less than or equal to 1 upon 2 minus 2x upon 3. Now towards the right side there are two fractions, so let us solve the right side first. Let us get that simplified first. So I'll cross multiply it to the right side. It will become 3 minus 4x upon 6. This is what I get after cross multiplying. Now if I want to remove the 6, I'll have to multiply by 6 on both the sides. So this will turn out to be minus 12 less than or equal to 3 minus 4x. Multiply by 6 on both sides. Now we have to remove this 3, so I'll have to subtract 3 from both the sides. So it will be minus 15 less than or equal to minus 4x. Subtract 3 from both sides. Now to remove this minus 4, I will have to divide by minus 4. So this will be minus 15 upon minus 4. This will be minus 15 upon minus 4 less than or equal to x. Divide minus 4 on both sides. So now here I am dividing by minus 4 on both the sides. So the inequality sign is going to reverse. So now it will be 15 upon 4 greater than or equal to x. As we have divided here by a negative sign, the inequality sign has reversed. So what I get is 15 by 4 is greater than or equal to x, or I can say x is less than or equal to 15 upon 4. Now let us consider the second part. 1 upon 2 minus 2x upon 3 less than 1 5 upon 6. So that is going to give me 11 upon 6. Let us cross multiply. So this will be 3 minus 4x upon 6 less than 11 upon 6. Let us multiply by 6 on both the sides. So it will be 3 minus 4x less than 11. 3 minus 4x less than 11. What I have done here, multiplied by 6 on both sides. Now I'll have to remove this 3, so I'll have to subtract 3 from both sides. So it will be minus 4x less than 8. Subtract 3 on both sides. Now finally I'll have to divide by minus 4. So on dividing by minus 4, the inequality sign is going to change. So it will be x greater than minus 2 dividing by minus 4 on both sides. From equation 1 and 2 we have got that. From 1 and 2 we have seen that minus 2 is greater than, or you can say minus 2 is less than x, and value of x is greater than or equal to 3 upon 4. Solution set will be, as the value of x is less than minus 2, it will start from minus 1, 0, 1, 2 and 3. I will not consider this fraction part, as it is told that x is belonging to integers. If it was told that x is belonging to rational numbers, then we could have considered 3 upon 4. But as it is told that x is belonging to integers, we will have to consider it till 3. Now let us plot that on the number line. Let us plot that on number line. So if you are in order to plot that on number line, it will begin from -1. It will start from -1 and it will go till +3. So this is going to be my number line. Now these dark circles or these dark dots indicate that both -1 and 3 are included. Both -1 and 3 are included in our solution. The next example, it is given that -2 upon 3 less than x plus 1 upon 3 less than 3 1 upon 3, and the x belongs to R. X belongs to rational number. This is given. So let us convert this into fractions and write it down first. So this will be -8 upon 3 less than or equal to, if I convert this, I get 3x plus 1 upon 3 less than 10 upon 3, and x belongs to rational numbers. This is what I get after simplification. Now let us consider it in two steps. Let me consider the first part. -8 upon 3 less than or equal to 3x plus 1 upon 3. I am only considering the first part. So if I want to eliminate the denominators, I will have to multiply by 3. So on multiplying by 3, what I get is -8 less than or equal to 3x plus 1. I have multiplied by 3. Now if I want to remove this plus 1, I'll have to subtract 1. So which will give me -9 less than or equal to 3x. Subtract 1 on both sides. Subtract 1 on both sides. Now to remove this 3, divide by 3, so it will be -9 upon 3 less than or equal to x, dividing by 3 on both sides, dividing by 3 on both sides, so which gives me -3 less than or equal to x. Now the inequality sign does not change here because we have divided by a positive number. I'll give it as equation number 1. Now let us consider the second part. It will be 3x plus 1 upon 3 less than 10 upon 3. 3x plus 1 upon 3 less than 10 upon 3. On multiplying by 3 again on both the sides, I'll get 3x plus 1 less than 10. Now subtracting 1 on both the sides, I'll get 9. Subtract 1 on both sides. Now we have to divide by 3, so it will give me x less than 3. Dividing by 3 on both sides. So this gives me equation 2. Let us combine both. From 1 and 2, what I have is -3 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 3. -3 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 3. Therefore solution set is here it is less than, not less than or equal to, it is less than. The value of x will be less than. In the question it was given to be less than. Solution set is x such that -3 is less than or equal to x is less than 3, and x belongs to rational numbers. This can be plotted on the graph as -3 is less than or equal to x, so -3 is going to be included and value of x is less than 3. So value of x will not be included. So this is the graph that I'll have to show on the number line for the given equation. Now in this case, the solid circle at -3 indicates that the number -3 is included. Okay, it indicates that number -3 is included among the solution, whereas now here at 3 I have shown an open circle. It is not dark, it is an open circle. At 3 it is indicating that 3 is not included among the solutions. So a darker circle indicates that -3 is included, whereas a open circle indicates that 3 is not included in our solution. In this question it is given that P is a set such that where x such that 5 is less than 2x minus 1 less than or equal to 11 and x belongs to R. Here it is said that R is real numbers and Q is such that -1 is less than or equal to 3 plus 4x less than 23 and x belongs to I, where I represents your integers. So we are supposed to represent P and Q on the number line and write down the elements of P intersection Q. Now we are supposed to write the elements of P intersection Q after representing the equations P and Q on the number line. So let us consider one by one. P is equal to, I'll just consider P first, x such that 5 less than 2x minus 1 less than or equal to 11. So first let us consider first part, 5 less than 2x minus 1. Now I want to remove this minus 1, I'll have to add plus 1, so it gives me 6 less than 2x, adding 1 on both sides. Now we'll have to divide by 2, so it will be 3 less than x, dividing by 2 on both sides. As we have divided by a positive number, the inequality sign is not changing. The inequality sign is not changing. Now let us consider the second part of P equation, 2x minus 1 less than or equal to 11. So it will be 2x less than or equal to 12 and x less than or equal to 6. Here I have added 1 on both sides, add 1 on both sides, and here I have divided by 2 on both sides. So by combining these two equations, by combining, say I'll name this as equation 1, I'll name this as equation 2. So from 1 and 2, what I get is 3 is less than x and it is greater than or equal to 6. Value of 3 is less than x and it is greater than or equal to 6. So solution set will be x such that 3 is less than x less than or equal to 6 and my x belongs to R, that is real numbers. Now if we see equation Q, it is x such that -1 is less than 3 plus 4x less than 23, where x is belonging to integers. So let us again consider it in parts. -1 less than or equal to 3 plus 4x. Now to remove this 3, I'll have to subtract 3 on both the sides. On doing that, I'll get -4 less than or equal to 4x. Subtract 3 on both sides. Again, to remove this 4, I'll have to divide by +4 on both the sides, so it will be -1 less than or equal to x, divide by 4 on both sides. So this is the second part of your Q. 3 plus 4x less than 23. If I want to remove this 3, I'll have to subtract 3 from both the sides, so which will give me 4x less than 20. Subtract 3 on both sides. Now I'll get x less than 5. Here I am dividing 4 by 4 on both sides. So I'll give this as equation 4. The previous equation that we found from 3 was considered to be 3. So from 3 and 4, from equation 3 and 4, what I can write is, I can say that x minus 1 is less than or equal to x is less than 5. So solution set will be x such that minus 1 is less than or equal to x and it is less than 5, where x belongs to integers, Therefore, what I have for p is equal to x such that 3 less than x less than or equal to 6, and x is belonging to rational numbers. So it will be, I can write the solution set for p as p is equal to 3, 4, 5 and 6, and q is written as x such that minus 1 less than or equal to x less than 5. X belongs to integers, so q can be written as minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Here value of x is less than 5, so 5 will not be included, it will come till 4. Now we have to represent this on the number lines. Here I have considered two number lines for p and for q, which will have to represent on the number line. So solution set for p was x such that x is less than 3 and it is less than or equal to 6, where x is belonging to real numbers. Since x is belonging to real numbers, we will have to consider the numbers till 6. We will have to consider the numbers till 6, and 3 will be an open circle and 6 will be a closed circle. 3 will be an open circle, 6 will be a closed circle. This is the number line for p, and the number line for q will be, it is minus 1 less than or equal to x less than 5. It is minus 1 less than or equal to x less than 5. For q, all the numbers from minus 1 to 4 will be included. 5 will not be included, as it is, as the solution set is x is less than 5. So it will be from minus 1 to 4. So this will be my graph for q. Now to represent p intersection q, we were asked to find p intersection q. That can be represented as, if you see both the solution sets, only the number 4 can be taken as common. Only the number 4 can be considered as common. So the intersection of p and q will be 4.